This is the single biggest moment on my property so far. To take spring water from the ground, run it down here to this barrel, and pump it up out here. This is going to be the foundation of the collection barrel. I dug down pretty far. I'm pretty much near the same level of the water as the stream that's right beside me. I can't really go any deeper and still have this drain properly. I'm not super concerned that it's going to get super wet and fill completely with water, but I did lay down some large rocks on the very bottom and then filled this with, I used 3 bags of this standard gravel from Lowe's or Home Depot, like all-purpose gravel is what it is. Stacked some large rocks as in a ring of just kind of like a barrier to kind of keep the gravel together. And hopefully that's actually bigger than the base of the barrel. I think that it is. And then I've got an 1.5 inch pipe laid in here. I put the screen in at the front, put some protection rocks at the start of that so that this can fill up with water and it should just go right downstream. I might have to add another 10 or 20 feet for this drain to get it, to make sure it's the end of that drain is absolutely far enough down to create a drain where the stream is not interfering with the end of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but we'll see. This is pretty good. So we're gonna put the barrel in, backfill, and we'll do some rock placement here. And we're pretty close to having water being collected. Oh my gosh. Let me give an introduction to the folks.
Do you want me to step out?
You can stand right there.
I'll step out.
All right, so here's where we're at. Anthony came down and helped me get this thing situated, finished the hole, planted the barrel, small rock barrier you can't really see, and started to backfill this in. This thing cannot move at all. I do want to remind you guys, this is not a typical barrel. I've only ever seen one of these. I went and saw a couple other ones today at the hardware store that looked really similar screw top, similar handles, all black like this, but they didn't have the ribs and they just pressed in. So I'm glad I got this one. But today's goal is to, hopefully we have all the fittings we need to get the spring from the 3/4 pipe into this with an overflow. I have a pump. We're gonna put everything together. And before too long, we should have water at the top of the hill. That's it. Okay. You couldn't stick around for that?
No, dude, your face is so beautiful. I'd hate to muck it up with mine.
That was easy.
Super easy. A little too easy.
So these can actually be right beside each other.
They can.
Yeah. This is the step I've been dreading this entire time, which is deciding on exactly where I want to drill the hole for the bulk fitting that's going to mount my inlet pipe into the barrel. And I've played around with this a lot, and it's kind of frustrating, to be honest with you. But at some point I know I just have to make a decision to make it work. So I was originally going to put it in right here, and you can see if I raise the pipe to that level, because obviously I want it to be as close to the top of the barrel as possible, you can see what happens to the flow. It's not that great. If I drop it 6 inches or so and come down to the middle of this rib, and you give it just a few seconds, you can see again what happens to the flow. How much more is coming out right here. And so I think the move is to keep it lower rather than higher to increase the flow that's coming into here, so I lose the volume that can be pumped out at one time But if this has good flow going into the barrel, it's not going to matter. The idea is that you have the whole system together where you have a low water sensor in here. So if you are pumping at max volume, 3 gallons a minute,
Yeah.
and it drops down and it hits that sensor, it stops before it runs the pump dry and burns it out.
You'll be fine.
And even if that's 2 gallons a minute, so you're only, theoretically, as it pumps, you're only losing a gallon a minute.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do this step. I don't want to mess this up.
Feel better?
No. Just learned something pretty important. When you go to the hardware store, you find these gray nylon fittings and you'll find these white nylon fittings. And the white nylon fitting fits, for if you buy a barb, it fits really loosely inside of the black poly pipe. And the gray nylon fitting fits super snug. Now I cranked both these pipe clamps down with an impact, so I don't think it's going to make a difference. And this is just from the spring and the overflow, so these are not under any actual pressure, but something to note when you go to the hardware store so you know what you're getting. Did you make sure you stayed out of there so they couldn't see you?
Yeah, or hear me.
Yeah.
I don't want them hearing me breathe.
That should work.
Am I in your way?
Always. Alright, that should work.
Okay.
Dude, water's going in.
That ain't bad.
Did you even wipe your hands off before you put them in there?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, water's getting into the barrel. God, I hope I did this right. I wish I had another 90, but I don't, do I?
I don't think so. We didn't. We thought we were gonna shoot it out the side.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, you gotta remember, we thought it was gonna pull out the oil side, so we didn't think we needed the 90.
Right. It does kind of bend.
It does, more than I anticipated.
I think you have to be like really strong.
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't kink it. You can't do the other side?
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Kind of a lot of pressure on that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of dirt in there. I don't know.
Look at your surroundings.
Huh?
Look at your surroundings.
All right, turn that thing off. So here's a pump you've probably seen before if you've done any amount of research for this. This is the EcoFlow pump. This is the one that'll do 3.2 gallons a minute. I bought it because it's not very tall. Submersible pumps are supposed to be completely submerged while they're pumping. So if you get that standard length, like you probably came across RPS, seems like they have great stuff, even though it's expensive. Those pumps are very tall. You don't have as much water you can pump out. So this only is going to theoretically waste 10 inches. So that's how much water will always be in the bottom of the barrel that it cannot pump out because it needs to stay fully submerged. And then the other thing I don't like about it is it has a 1/2 inch outlet, so you have to convert that to 1 inch. You don't have to, but you're probably going to run 1 inch outlet into your cabin or house, into your main system. So I figured I'd convert it directly down next to the pump. So you just have to add a fitting here, and then 1 inch check valve, PVC check valve. All right. Okay, more. That pump also needs to stay vertical, and that's kind of challenging. It's because of that stupid hose. That's it right there. So we'll just cut it right here.
Just mud.
There's just a ton of PVC inside. I guess it's gonna come out.
It's gonna pump out.
This is a dirty job, Micro. We're about to hit the overflow though, which is kind of exciting.
Yeah.
It's been what, 20 minutes? I don't know.
20, 30.
Bug just literally flew in my throat. Make sure we get the dirt on there.
You got it?
Got it.
Slipping.
It wants to fall because the hose is angled. Make sure you get the cord super muddy before you put it in your water tank. This doesn't help.
No. Do you want me back down? Or do you need anything from
We don't need this.
Just enough.
There we go. That was the key right there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that feels a lot better.
Here. Let's feed the water first.
Oh, we're hitting the overflow.
Nice, dude.
That feels good. Okay, so the EcoFlow pump comes with, what is this, about 10 feet of power cord. So it's nice because you don't have to mess with anything near the pump itself if you have a shallow submersion. So if you're only doing, whatever, 5 feet of submersion, you don't have to make a waterproof connection in there like you would with a normal well. So I don't know if this part's going to work, but it's a 12-volt pump, and I don't have a barrel connector except on this. And you might remember this. And so, as you can see, not everything goes as planned. I would love to be able to go out there and work on my land and make these videos and make it look like everything I do works the first time and I just know exactly what I'm doing every single time. Obviously, that's not the case. In this particular situation, I assumed that because I was hooking up a 12-volt pump, I should use what is commonly used for 12-volt power, which is a carport cable. Carport cables only support a few amps, which is not enough to support the power draw of the water pump. So this did not work. I would give an A for effort, but I get an F for results. Okay, now I know this 1-inch pipe coming out of here looks pretty goofy. This is just temporary. eventually I think what I'll do is drill another hole in the back of the barrel, and that'll be the official output that'll go up the hill. So that way it's all buried and protected. But for now, until the system is working, running, operating, make sure all the pieces are connected correctly, this lid of this barrel actually has a hole and a threaded cap at the top. So I figured I would just run that up here for now. And I got a bulkhead to a male elbow and a barb, and so this will be the 1-inch pipe, poly pipe that goes up the hill. This is the single biggest moment on my property so far. To take spring water from the ground, run it down here to this barrel, and pump it up out here. Maybe it'll be more dramatic when it comes out of the pipe up the hill, but I have to make sure this works first. Anthony, do you want to do the honors?
Sure.
Try the other jack.
Anything else I might be pressing on you?
Dude, there's flies on our...
Is this obvious? Just like buried in mud.
It's kind of seemed good. A little more. Are your hands sticky? Here's where we're at. The way I put that together on the wire was not correct. Didn't work. But it also didn't work because that little one doesn't have enough power. I need 6.5 amps for the water pump, and so I had to bring the big boy down here, the Delta Pro Eco Flow. Lots of Ecos around here. Wired this up. Now I have the cigarette lighter side. This should work. I wonder if it's because of this little dinky wire.
Maybe.
Chose to purchase a 12-volt pump was so because gallons per minute is not as important as just not consuming a ton of power.
Okay.
And this is overloading on the pump.
Yeah.
Ready?
I told you,
You
don't let
just
those
told
touch.
me.
Don't let those touch.
All right, we got water movement. The overflow is stopping.
But if it has to pump it all the way. Yep, overflow is done. Congrats.
Oh man. Okay.
So you need a DC to AC converter.
Well,
Or an AC.
to like I would love to be able to hook this up through 12 volt. That's why I bought a 12 volt pump. This is so frustrating.
Well, now when you want right here. Yeah.
Here it comes. Anthony's all the way down there. That's where there it is! did not have to turn the pump off one time down there. So it's about 150 feet in length, but I bought a 500-foot roll of this poly and completely, I didn't cut it to the top of the hill. I just left some of it rolled up. So, oh man, this is awesome. Dude, I am so stoked right now. Hey, how many minutes are we at? 8 minutes? Oh my gosh. Oh man. I don't even know what to say. I did it. I got water from the spring to the top of the hill. This right here is what my shoes and the bottom of my jeans have looked like for 5 days straight. And this is the water I'm gonna rinse it off with.